Hey guys, Transformers Fanco 328 here, and I'm just gonna do a bit of a video that I'm just gonna randomly talk while playing Angry Birds at the same time because, well, I like Angry Birds, and I figured you guys would want something to keep you occupied so you're not just staring at the same blank screen over and over again. Well, basically, I want to talk about just a couple of things. First, I'd like to brag. I got the kid as a playable character in Super Meat Boy. Holy shit, that took a long ass time, but I finally did it. But, yeah, I didn't sound so bragging like if I did it in your face, bitch! Yeah, in that case, I would be totally bragging, but I want to talk on a more serious note. Well, more serious, but that would imply that this was serious to begin with, because, internet serious business, Well, yeah, I saw Savage Broadcast's Let's Inject Sanity special on the commentary community, not learning to let go of shit. Well, pretty much his little commentary community video. And I also saw Youngblood's newest video on the commentary community not letting go of shit. Like, basically, I would like to talk about pretty much like this pretty much stems from Savage Broadcast video. Basically, he was talking about how, Savage Broadcast was pretty much explaining that, well, fuck the fact that I cannot script for my life. Like, I can script, I just don't want to, and I'm not necessarily a fan of it. But, okay, back on topic. Well, Savage Broadcast pretty much brought up the dramatic reading, mentioned that the thing itself was neither informative nor funny. But, well, I would just like to bring up that the dramatic reading would have disappeared no matter what would have happened. I mean, it's basically my video, and basically the dramatic if Dredd was the one recording the dramatic reading and had it on his channel, then it wouldn't have gone in any way, shape, or form. No matter what happened, he would have left it up. I mean, many people are telling him that he should stop doing more essential roleplay related shit, and that's not to say that he's stopped. I mean, he's still going on with it. I mean, in fact, he's done the Essential Leader reboot, which I helped him with, I will not deny it, but, well, I just did it because I just wanted to try an announcer voice. But pretty much, the dramatic, Kamikaze Master was also a part of the dramatic reading, and, well, Kamikaze, pretty much, he was, from what I could gather, he was only brought in because Dredd wanted to regain Kamikaze Master's respect, so he thought what better way to do it than with a dramatic reading of an Ariana fanfic, 2 years old. Well, pretty much the entire point of this was, it's like, now, if Kamikaze Master had it uploaded, it would have been deleted if there was, like, the first sign of drama, but otherwise, it would have, not moved in the slightest. It would have still been up. But because it was me, I would have deleted it regardless. Pretty much because, well, the only reason I actually put it up was because pretty much I didn't want to waste those hours of sleep I lost. I lost even more hours of sleep just getting the damn thing up. But it turned out to be a waste in the end regardless. But anyways, pretty much the reason why I would have removed it regardless would be because, well, my family likes to watch my videos, and they're the reason why I'm going to be getting Final Cut Pro. They're the reason why I have a Mac. Because, well, basically, let's put it this way. When my dad was over during his September visit, he was asked to view one of my videos, and pretty much, well, he was asked to view one of my videos, he agreed to, he saw it, then he checked out more of my videos, and thought that it was pretty much a hint of my ambition for filmmaking. And at first I would have denied it, but then I remembered how fun it was to make that little stop-motion skit with the 1990 Captain America film joke, the Heil Hitler joke. But when I realized that was probably the most fun video that I had made, period, then I realized that I actually did have a bit of an ambition for filmmaking. And I really need a script! Okay, well, god damn it! So, I've just lost my fucking, topic here. What was I gonna talk about again? Especially since I'm focusing on Angry Birds. What was it again? Oh yeah, the, family thing. Basically, the video would, make me come off as someone who would, insult someone, and it's necessarily not the kind of person I want to, reflect from my family, especially since, I'm an honest person who understands certain things. Kamikaze Master may be a dick, but again, but like me, he understands when bad shit's about to happen and understands certain factors in life, especially since he has his own ambitions, dreams, and goals as well. And Dredd is, well, a dick. The end. And in some people's cases, not even a likable one. But pretty much, I don't want to come off as a dick to my family, and that's the reason why the dramatic reading would have gone, regardless of whether or not it would have spawned a drama. That, and it had a bunch of dick jokes, which is the main reason why the My Little Pony YouTube poop analysis was removed. They had seen it, they weren't fond of the content in the video, and they asked me to remove it. And by they, I mean my sister and my mother, who I live with. My dad only comes in monthly, but basically, allow me to explain further in. It's like, but in addition, it's like, so more or less, it wasn't my best video, and again, I only put it up because I didn't want to waste those hours of sleep that I lost. The only good thing to have come out of it was that I was actually given a free day off of school the following day. So, more or less, it's like, I deleted it the moment, but then again, I deleted the dramatic reading the moment I was asked by Jen Rome to do so. Because I'm an understanding guy. And partly the reason why I hang out with Dredd is because he's helping me out a good bit with Revenge of the Fallen, The Real Revenge. Now, Revenge of the Fallen, The Real Revenge has spawned from a certain thing. Basically, what Dredd was planning during the roleplay, he was planning on a mock roleplay, which would involve villains like Mr. Mind and Lord Deathman. Pretty much, yeah, all that. And one of the things that would have also happened was that Katara would have revived me through a card that was copyrighted Lord Deathman. But, again, allow me to put it this way. I was trying to get my involvement with it by trying to throw in the Revenge of the Fallen Real Revenge plot and trying to stick it into the mock roleplay. In which case, the mock roleplay was eventually canceled once the Doctor Who Dream series found an animator. But then I had nowhere to put my Real Revenge plot. Until I found out about until I realized that I actually had an ambition in filmmaking. In which case, I decided what would be the first thing that I would do to actually display my ambition for filmmaking. And thusly, I decided to turn the Real Revenge plot from the mock roleplay and make it an actual stop-motion fan movie. Because I was very interested in stop-motion. I really love the movie Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I actually went back and watched it after 5 years of having not watched it, and I actually laughed my fucking ass off. It's like I never saw a movie that held up on not only its humor, but on its general, just holding up so well, even to this day. I mean, I'm really surprised that I love the film even more than I did back when I was a kid. As a kid watching it, it's like, wow. I mean, but I do love the stop motion effects. I'm very impressed by stop motion in general. I really love stop motion effect, primarily because it takes a lot of effort to pull off a stop motion movie, and I love it when I see all that effort put into it because it generally pays off. But yeah, again, this is where Real Revenge stems from. It's going to be a sort of stop motion movie. And I mentioned that there was going to be like a portal plot. Well, basically, if there's anything I can give away, it's not really like for auditions. Like, basically, I'm doing this for the sake of just throwing in a random human plot. So that way I'm not wasting so that way I don't have like it's just the giant robots, but I don't want to make it overly obnoxious like the human portions of the Transformers movies by Michael Bay. In fact, that's pretty much like the message that I'm almost trying to convey with Real Revenge. Like, with we have a sequel series planned out, and the sequel series is more of Dredd's tale. Basically, the story with the message that's almost being coming across in Real Revenge is that actually the Michael Bay movies kind of suck. And Dredd's message with his sequel series is pretty much, Transformers are awesome. Dredd and I have talked a lot about Real Revenge, and he's a big collaborator to the project. In fact, he's like half of the goddamn voices. I mean, if I were to display you the casting list, then, yeah, you could easily tell that he filled like half of the goddamn roles. And yeah, you notice that you've seen pretty much the same level the entire time. So pretty much all this was to brag about having unlocked the kid in Super Meat Boy. Pretty much also explaining the origins and current progress of Real Revenge. Although, as I've mentioned before, I'm not going to work on Real Revenge until I get Final Cut Pro, which should either be in a few days or on Christmas time. Because my dad's coming in for this weekend, well, as of this recording at least. So, pretty much, it's likely that since he probably won't be here for the actual Christmas day, it's probable that I'm going to have the Final Cut Pro by December 10th, like by the time I get back, or I will not have Final Cut Pro until Christmas. But it's a guaranteed. I checked with him and he guaranteed it. I got checked with my dad and pretty much he guaranteed it. So yeah, I also wanted to explain the situation with the dramatic reading, as I said before. And yeah, I was also thinking about doing a couple of video game reviews, like Angry Birds Right Here and Super Meat Boy, or the Flash prototype of Meat Boy. But basically, I had that idea because I was writing out like reviews of a sort in on different sheets of paper in my school. Like I was giving out the statistics, I was giving out the gameplay, I was giving out the graphics, I was giving out everything that was pretty much needed to be explained. It's like the meat and potatoes of it all. Like, I really don't understand why, it's like, and yeah, I do have to agree with Youngblood's rant. This community really doesn't know how to let shit go. Now, it's like, and Ariana's little text video that we were it's like Dredd and I were in another conversation where we were actually going to do another sort of silent or undescribed or like just a kind of commentary like the Firebrand commentary that Dredd did on that video. Basically, where it's like you can't really tell what they're really saying, but yeah, one thing that we brought up an idea for was to do it as classic Sonic from Sonic Generations, where, since for those of you who have played Sonic Generations, or at least have seen the information for it, or have seen some cutscenes for it, pretty much Real Revenge, Sonic Generations, classic Sonic was mute. Like, he never spoke whatsoever. There was no dialogue from him, and there never have. And Dread constantly makes little remarks about Sonic Generations, like basically, he's talking about how that Sonic Generations should have had Jaleel White as classic Sonic. And it would have been a true homage to the 20th anniversary. But, I don't really mind that classic Sonic was silent. I mean, good lord. Basically, the... God damn it, I need to script someday! It's like, ever since I've stopped doing commentaries, I've never written a goddamn script for anything. Well, now I'm gonna have to, since Real Revenge is a fan movie. I'm gonna have to actually write out a story and a script. Pretty much, yeah. But it's notable that the auditions are not coming in at all. Like, there was one audition video, but even with the recall for auditions on the Fallen's Revenge channel, there literally was nobody attempting to do any auditions whatsoever. None. I have gotten no auditions since Demonic Wrenchen uploaded his little video for auditioning for Thundercracker and Warpath. Other than that, nobody has auditioned whatsoever, and I think I'm gonna have to have me and Dread do the best we can to attempt to do the voices that we asked for the auditions for. But otherwise, especially since that we've got nobody doing the auditions whatsoever. Nobody. And it's kind of depressing to see that there are not that many people trying to support me with this thing. But then again, the Angry Video Game Nerd's having his own thing, and people are willing to pay money on the Indiegogo shit. I mean, I'm not against Angry Video Game Nerd. I'm not against the whole Indiegogo thing like a lot of people are, but, well, pretty much, it's like, you're willing to pay him to work on a movie that he most likely has everything set up for. Like, pretty much like a fan movie that he has set up already. He has a giant, thick-ass script for it all, and yeah. But pretty much the point of Real Revenge is more or less... The reason why I'm doing the Real Revenge thing is to, remember that Revenge of the Fallen, the actual Revenge of the Fallen, was considered one of the single worst movies ever? Like, everybody despised it with their fucking gut. Well, pretty much what I'm doing is, one of the reasons why I was not too big of a fan of the real Revenge of the Fallen was because, well, the Fallen didn't get to do a whole lot. I mean, all he does is sit on his sorry ass, literally saying that he's waiting for Optimus Prime to die to do anything. And, yeah. And then he arrives on Earth, then threatens the world, then comes into Cairo to take the Matrix from a still recovering Optimus, and then he gets his ass whooped. I'm dead serious. Even though he activates the Harvester, it gets shut down, and he gets his fucking ass whooped. To the point where he even loses his own face. It's like, wow. The Fallen was shown as a total pathetic, to the point where even Michael Bay himself considered the Fallen a shitty character. character. You know you did poorly when even your own director thinks you... When even the director who used you thinks you suck as a character. But basically, Real Revenge is going to make the Fallen a more threatening adversary. He's going to actually he's going to get closer in succeeding in his plots. He'll actually kill a couple of Autobots, and, well, yeah. But then again, I understand that plots need more than just a threatening villain and a threatening plot and a threatening premise. They need actual substance, and they need something to make them work. Otherwise, well, they're not necessarily good plots, and that's part of what would make Revenge of the Fallen shit. I'm already predicting that Real Revenge was gonna get a shit ton of dislikes from the start. I'm predicting that Revenge of the Fallen, the Real Revenge, is going to get a shit ton of dislikes no matter what. I'm not expecting the film to be perfect. I'm just expecting the film to be what I want it to be. It's like, so long as I'm able to create a... Seriously, I've been doing this level for the past friggin' entire recording of all this. But basically, the point of Real Revenge is to give the Fallen is to make the Fallen a real adversary, while also trying to give a decent plot and a decent story. Well, at the same time, I'm also trying to incorporate, a villain from my childhood, which I tried to do with the dramatic reading. Well, I was going to do a dramatic reading of the infamous My Little Pony fanfiction Cupcakes, but my family was not necessarily fond of the ponies at the time, especially given the fact that that the only time they really heard of the ponies was, the My Little Pony YouTube poop. So, yeah. Pretty much, I had to cancel the that dramatic reading for the sake of my family. I actually directly did that with at the beginning of my LMFAO dance video. Pretty much, it's like I wanted Makuta to hit the dancing, just like to hit the music, but what I got instead was him bitching on about the dramatic reading, in which case I got out my War for Cybertron Megatron figure, in which case I... In which case I used War for Cybertron Megatron's fusion cannon to destroy him and pretty much prevent the dramatic reading from happening. As I mentioned, don't expect a dramatic reading. It doesn't seem like that big of a loss anyways, because it doesn't seem like anybody cares about my videos ever since I quit commentaries, or ever since I deleted, nearly every single one of my videos thanks to the Essential Roleplay. Which, I will admit, I am directly responsible for causing the Essential Roleplay. And seriously, I'm doing the same freaking level. Dread's trailer was the reason why the Essential Roleplay got into existence, but it was Dread's trailer that got it up. Dread wanted me to analyze it, but I instead started a whole friggin' shitstorm of roleplays. I'm responsible for more than I want to admit to be responsible for. But unlike most people who are responsible for shit, I'm willing to come out and admit that I'm responsible for this stuff, and I'm willing to take the action and take the hits. I'm not one to hide from an idiot. I'm not one to hide from idiocy, nor am I one to hide from drama. Even though I do avoid drama for the most part. I barely touched upon the Pony Brony Hater drama, which I only used a couple of Dinner Warrior clips to use the summarization. Which, it really came to mind during school. I really had that thought the moment that happened. I was in school, I was remembering a Dinner Warrior poop that I liked a lot, and I soon realized that the drama that was starting off from the ponies and brony haters, it was like that one section of that video. And even the friggin' moral, even the moral of the drama That's literally the essential. It's like, that really is the brony drama. More than just My Little Pony is a franchise about. Is a franchise for little girls. Yes, we all know that. My Little Pony is a girls' franchise. But who's to say boys can't like girls shit? Don't ask. Basically, and I never touched upon the first version of the Joshua Ariana drama except for a couple of videos. When, basically, I made a video with If Joshua Met the Weasels. At the time, I was watching the Nostalgia Critics Top 11 Villains Songs list, and I was really interested, and I was very enjoying the, pretty much, all of the, I was really enjoying some of the songs that the critic had used as a proper example. He used songs like In the Dark of the Night and the Secret of Survival song. The song called Secret of Survival, which was the song that I used for the Joshua Meeting the Weasels video. And after that little musical thing, after that actual song, I had a little message at the end. Not a little message, it actually went on for a while. And I had, the Gets Its Battle music from Pokemon Black and White playing at the same time. But pretty much, the only other time I really got into it was when Good Can Be Done's video was made. And who's to say I was never a part of any significant thing? I was practically one of the people that defined the term third-gen commentator. Seriously. This all started when the whole third-gen shit started when, not just when Eaton the Third made his video on the history of commentators and why he dislikes the third gen, but it really spawned from when Inazuma, Dark Raven, Wave 3436, Cybershocker, and I all fell for Jim's little troll video on his little video called RCR Episode 1 Commentaries, which I mentioned in the video with the Joshua Ariana drama. I mentioned that video was epic because not only did it have valid points, but because it was so well disguised that no one could have ever figured it out. I think I actually gave that compliment in my video that I pretty much made a not that kind of commentary on commentaries. And since I deleted that, I did a redo of it. Again, nobody seems to give a shit about my videos ever since I stopped making commentaries. But, I do this stuff just because I enjoy it. I don't really care about the people who view my videos. I do care for people in general, but I don't necessarily care about the amount of views. I don't care if I get, 1 view or 1,000 views. Especially since I know what kinds of videos are going to get those kinds of views. If I were to make a video on, if I were to make a video about, if I were to make a video on something if I were to make, a random dancing video, that would not get as many views as if I were to do a Joshua Ariana drama video, especially since that drama has actually been brought back up, for fuck's sake. Can we just move on? It's I actually noticed a video where, I actually noticed on the discussion channel where they were talking about the Joshua Ariana drama having returned, and I just left a comment without even watching the video, and basically said that I blamed all of those that went back to Joshua for bringing the drama back up. And they are the reason why the Joshua Ariana drama is, again. It's I blame the people that didn't leave Joshua the fuck alone! It's good lord, guys, can you just leave someone alone? Good frickin' lord. It's I know that I mean, I understand if there isn't a whole lot of material, but I seriously don't get this. Why do we have to deal with Joshua? He's older news than the friggin' World War II. I mean, not to sound insensitive to World War II veterans or anyone that actually had a relation to World War II, but for God's sakes, they really needed to just leave Joshua the fuck alone, because there was no goddamn way that they were ever going to get it through his thicker than thick skull. It's like, it just wouldn't happen. It's like, why the fuck do they even bother? Come on! It's like, you're going after something that's literally decades, it's possibly decades old, and is not worth going after, especially at this point in time. I mean, for God's sakes, I don't really understand why we have to keep going to the same friggin' thing over and over and over again. And, I don't even know if I'm keeping my sentiments right. I mean, for God's sakes, I've dealt with so much with YouTube. Like, I was actually around since 2009 in YouTube, and I've actually been watching a lot of YouTube videos ever since summer of 2008, because I remember watching the Irate Gamer at that time, and I thought he was awesome and hilarious. But that was at the time. It's like, nowadays I still enjoy him. Not to the extent I did back then, especially since I know that he does have a shit ton of problems. Like, seriously, a Sonic Colors review? For God's sakes. Well, basically, I really don't understand what the problem with our community, like with the commentary community. I really do not want to associate myself with the commentary community anymore. I left for the sole purpose of all this shit happening. I mean, I always bring up I brought up the Joshua Ariana drama for the, it's like, but I don't understand what this shit ends up being. I mean, for God's sakes, I don't want to screw myself over, but at the same time, I'm still associated with the commentary community because of what I did. Especially given that I was the one who had established the trend for the term third-gen commentator. Especially when I fell for that troll video that Jim made. I mean, again, I was one of the poster boys for third-gen faggots at the time. But even as I've learned, I'm still an idiot. I mean, not everything I make is perfect, but I'm still trying to make a decent video. I just want to make a video that I like. And that's where Revenge of the Fallen, The Real Revenge is going to be. A video that I'm going to enjoy making, and a video I'm going to love having, and a video I'm going to have fun with making in general. Anyhow, this is Transformers Fanco 328. I'm done, and I think you've been sick of watching the same level over and over and over again.